Dance of the Coronavirus, a prayer of St. G. The mantra of our childhood was this: eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I don't want to go, I don't want to. It is the reluctance of all things to stay the proffered path, more so, recalcitrance, so that we observe all the world to follow the physical law of entropy and flow to a lower state of being. What will raise us up? Plague and disease were rampant in the old world. We are surprised to see them endure and to yet occupy our lives. There is a flow to the world of time and of all physical processes, spiritual as well. The behaviors have been difficult to characterize, for they occur in all phases of life, visible and subatomic, in that waves and particles behave interactively. Their deportment is elusive. It is everywhere seen, rattling airplanes and making tiny whirlpools in our bathtubs, but little understood. An ordered fluid breaks into smaller vortices, which interact with each other and break into even smaller vortices, a downward repetition becoming a chaotic maelstrom of disorder. This unraveling turbulence transforms order to disorder. It is seen in bubbles, in ocean waves, and in automobile traffic. All vehicles put to a steady course of speed will defeat turbulence. So with other phenomena. Fast-flowing electrons mimic astrophysical dynamos. Birds chirping impersonate nuclear fusion. The collision dynamics of two countercurrents. Energy cascades to smaller and smaller scales until it is eventually dissipated. So too with the virus, the host cell forced to reproduce thousands of identical copies of the original virus at a very high rate. History shows more than 5,000 of these in our populations. The structures of them collide and spritz, so to speak, to unexpected outcomes. We cannot control the world at any level, nor morality, nor spiritual life. Every generation has noted this dissolution. The rhythms of creation was a dance, all things perfectly suited to each other. It was a beautiful place, physically, morally, and in our spirit. The disappearance of this way of life has fostered many solutions, but man has none. The various utopias and brotherhoods and Zen crawl toward dissimulation. They are uncontrollable. All the world is interconnected by valence. The combinations and permutations are infinite, controllable only by the Lord High God, who made all things. You are not a God of chaos. Order will be returned to us and to the cosmos. All the world was paired in bipolar fashion, from an atom offering an electron, space, to an orbiting neighbor, to all flora and fauna, to man and wife, to man and God. You have made a place for us. There is a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. We were given to dance with all things of the worlds, upper and lower, creatures and angels, God and man. It is yet our destiny. We will not succumb to plague or virus, only to sin. Sin is the disordered universe. The children were sent forth as a flock, their little lambs skipping, prancing, dancing. The young women will dance and be glad, and the men, old and young, will join the eternal celebration. Mourning turned to gladness. In our time here we sang a dirge and did not dance. But then, with timbrel and dance, we praise you, with flute and strings. And whereas the goats danced upon the ruins of our civilizations, that time is past. All the nations will be gathered before you, and you will separate the people as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. Be glad then, you children of the Lord, Rejoice in the Lord and praise your holy name. Rejoice in the Lord and be glad, all we righteous made. Sing, all we upright in heart. Be ye glad, be ye glad, be ye glad. Amen.